Yeah. And one time I was talking to him and I was like, "Oh, Reed, you don't go into the grocery store and announce, 'I'm a touchy person, so stay away from me if you don't want to be touched.'" He's like, "I do it, so why not?" And he's a great role model. And go ahead and just announce yourself. Whatever it is that you're holding back and not saying, just say it, because by saying it, then it frees you from worrying about it in your head. And it helps you just to be more authentic, and then you definitely know, especially if you're just meeting somebody for the first time and say, "I'm a touchy person, is it okay if I touch your shoulder?" Or, so that they have an idea, and then they can give you permission and they can take care of themselves and say, "No, that's not, I don't like that kind of thing," or "I have my own personal space," but you're giving them the freedom to say that. And so that is really important.
We live in a handshake society here. Has anybody noticed? And I had someone tell me once, can I use your hand, Carolyn? That if you just add this to your handshake, because your left hand pulse is there, and sometimes people will respond by hugging you because you are giving them your heartbeat. And I thought that was nice, because that's love. So that's a way, even when, because that's offered. So does everyone get their hand offered a lot? It's just the initial, just a little more that you can give them, the heartbeat from your left hand.
That's a great idea to
Yeah,
incorporate.
I like that.
Thank you.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a little demonstration now on Reiki. So if you guys have heard of Reiki before, it's just a healing power. You're actually working in the touch field, in the energy field around a person, rather than actually physically touching them in most cases. So Carolyn has agreed to be my little demonstration. So we're going to show you, we've set up a little field. We use, in my Reiki practice, and I actually use crystals and colors also, and so that just helps elevate the frequency levels. So we've set up some crystals here. These are actually crystals from my friend's mine in Arizona, and they've all been elevated to 1,000 frequency. They've all been activated. So they're really, like anything above 600, the disease cannot live in a frequency above 600. So 1,000 is just going to help heal and just help get you in there. Like if you've ever experienced energy work, then usually within 15 to 20 minutes, then you just feel really calm and wonderful and start releasing things. But when you have a crystal field or color field, then it helps get you there really fast. So like almost as soon as you sit down, you can start feeling it.
I have a question. You said that the crystals were elevated to 1,000. How do you do that?
Well, Scott, it was his mind actually, and so he just practiced different things. He created a mandala out there at his house, and so he actually activated one from the mother crystal that he calls it, that's out there, and then he just holds his crystal that was activated from that and then activates each of these separately, and then muscle tests and pendulum tests to make sure. And a really important thing is if you guys ever want to take home a crystal or rock or any piece of nature, ask it first, because it will give you an answer. And Scott's really big at saying, are you okay? Can you be activated to be a link crystal? And some of them will say no. And as you get more in touch with nature, then you can really hear what they're telling you back. And if they want to work with you, great, because you're giving them the opportunity to say yes.
You're wearing great colors today, by the way.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so Carolyn's in our little crystal field, and we're going to do energy work. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the different chakras of your body. Like we all have tons of chakras and meridians where our energy points are, but we have our 7 main chakras. It starts with our crown, and then our third eye, our throat chakra, our heart chakra, our solar plexus, right in our stomach, our sacral, and then our root chakra. And so that's how the energy travels, either from up or from the earth.
Did you do the incense too? 'Cause I'm just asking because they've done the Reiki on me, so I was just wondering.
The incense?
Yeah, where you go.
Yeah, you can do that with the sage and things and clear. You can. Yeah, and everybody does it differently, so it just depends on what works
I
in
was
your thing.
wondering if
But
you-
I
you did.
have done sage before, but I'm not
Okay.
doing that today. But that's
Okay.
definitely, that clears out any energy residual that might be around you. So.
Thanks, Monique.
Yep. And a great way, and everybody, all of you guys out there, anybody can, all you're being is being a conduit for the energy. So you just want to activate your hands, and you can do Reiki on yourself. And you can feel, and for everybody it just feels differently. For me, then what I'm looking for is just a warm, just a straight line that's pulsing of energy going right into my palm. And then I know that the chakra is healthy and it's doing great. Sometimes if it's closed off, then it will feel like a really cool, or it feels like, I'm not feeling any energy there. Or if you can feel like tapping or irregular energy level, then that chakra is being overworked, and it's overcompensating usually for one of your other areas. And so as you start practicing on yourself especially, or others, then you start feeling what feels good to you and what is a natural open chakra for you. So it's a lot of fun to experiment, and you can just wake up in the morning while you're doing meditation, or just as soon as you roll over, and just start practicing and saying, okay, how you doing today? And you can just clear yourself really quickly in the morning or night, whenever you feel that you have some extra time. So thank you so much, Carolyn. And so you guys can practice on each other or practice on yourself for a few minutes. We're just going to practice on Carolyn for 5 minutes, and then we have a few other exercises too that are really interactive with one another. Normally you would take like 25 minutes to 45 minutes and just go through and balance out each one, go down the leg. I like to go with your feet and go back up and then just balance out the energy. And just like, how did you feel, Carolyn?
Oh,
Do you have any feedback you want to
when
share?
you first did that, the energy was incredible. I had never had Reiki done on me before. So I was just blown away by the power of the energy. Yeah, my whole body was vibrating, pulsing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It was very powerful.
And I'm sure the massage therapists in the room, you guys know when you start working on somebody, then you can almost instantly feel a connection with them. And so the more open that they are, the more you can get in there and work with their energy field along with their bodies. And it's just all different forms of touch are so powerful. And the more that we can allow them in our life, then the easier it is and the more connected and the more oneness that we can feel with one another. But we have a couple more fun exercises, and I think we're going to have to go to the golf room for one of them that's going to be really interactive with everyone. But we can do the humanity one. And this, I just got back from a weekend in San Diego that we were doing training, and this was one of the exercises that we ended up with. And it's a really fun one. So if you want to go back with your same partner or pick a new partner, we're going to have an A and B again.
Were you in Encinitas by any chance?
I've been to Encinitas. I love the meditation gardens.
Yeah, you know
out
which
there.
one I'm talking about. That's why I thought you were there.
They're beautiful, yes.